Chapter 2 Solutions. German silver is mixture of copper, zinc, nickel. Copper, zinc, nickel. Copper, zinc, nickel. Bronze is a mixture of copper, tin. Copper, tin. Copper, tin. Dash ppm of fluoride ions prevent tooth decay. 1 ppm. 1 ppm. 1 ppm. Dash ppm of fluoride ions mottling of tooth. 15 ppm. 15 ppm. 15 ppm. In chloroform mixed with nitrogen gas, what is the physical state of solute and solvent? Solute, liquid, solvent, gas. Solute, liquid, solvent, gas. Solute, liquid, solvent, gas. Dash percent volume by volume solution of dash is used as antifreeze in cars for cooling the engine. 35% ethylene glycol. 35% ethylene glycol. 35% ethylene glycol. Unit commonly used in medical and pharmacy is weight by volume. Weight by volume. Weight by volume. Define volume percentage. Volume percentage is equal to volume of the component by total volume of the solution into 100. Volume percentage equal to volume of the component divided by volume of solution into 100. Volume percentage equal to volume of the component divided by volume of solution into 100. Define mass by volume percentage. Mass of solute dissolved in 100 ml of the solution. Mass of solute dissolved in 100 ml of the solution. Mass of solute dissolved in 100 ml of the solution. Define parts per million. Number of parts of the component into 10 to the power 6 divided by total number of parts of all components of the solution. Number of parts of the component into 10 to the power 6 divided by total number of parts of all components of the solution. Number of parts of the component into 10 to the power 6 divided by total number of parts of all components of the solution. Define molarity. Molarity equal to moles of solute by volume of solution in liter. Molarity equal to moles of solute divided by volume of solution in liter. Molarity equal to moles of solute divided by volume of solution in liter. Molality M is equal to moles of solute divided by mass of solution in kg. False. 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 Molality is dependent on temperature. False. 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 Sorry, molality வந்து dependent on temperature. True இதுக்கு answer. True. 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 Molality is dependent on temperature. Temperature மாத்திரா molality மாறும். ஏன்னா volume of solution மாறும். My god. Sorry. Molality வந்து dependent on temperature. இது வந்து ஃபால்ஸான ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் தான். ஏன்னா molality-யோட ஃபார்முலா வந்து number of moles of solute divided by weight of solution in 1 liter அப்படி வரும். weight of mass of solvent in kg அந்த மாதிரி வரும். molality is equal to number of moles of solute by weight of solvent in kg. weight தான் டிபெண்ட் பண்ணுமே தவிர வால்யூம் பற்றி பேச மாட்டாங்க molality-ல. அதனால் independent of temperature molality. அடுத்து molarity is independent of temperature. False. 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 ஏன்னா molarity-யோட ஃபார்முலா வந்து number of moles of solute by volume of solution in liter. வால்யூம் மாறுறதுனால வால்யூம் வந்து டெம்பரேச்சருக்கு ஏற்ற மாதிரி மாறும். அதனால் மொலாரிட்டியும் மாறிடும். அதனால் டெம்பரேச்சர் கூட டிபெண்டாக இருக்கும் மொலாரிட்டி. A polar solvent dissolves a non-polar solute very easily. False. 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 Some solute particles in solution collide with the other solid solute particles and get separated out of solution. This process is known as crystallization. 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 With rise in temperature, solubility can decrease. False. 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 Higher the value of KH, இது வந்து KH, higher is the solubility at a given pressure. False. 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 Why are aquatic species more comfortable in cold waters rather than in warm waters? Because solubility of O2 is more in cold water than warm water. Because solubility of O2 is more in cold water than warm water. Because solubility of O2 is more in cold water than warm water. 20. When dissolved in a solution, the gas molecules are converted to liquid phase. True. 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 Write Henry's law. Pressure directly proportional to Kx. Sorry, KHX. KH கை, அந்த எக்ஸ்ன்ற சிம்பிள் வந்து கை. ப்ரெஷர் இஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு KH கை. இதுதான் ஹென்ரிஸ் லா. ப்ரெஷர் ஈக்குவல் டு KH கை. ப்ரெஷர் ஈக்குவல் டு KH கை. ப்ரெஷர் இஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு KH இன்ட்டு கை. ரைட் ரோல்ஸ் லா. ரோல்ஸ் லாவோட ஃபார்முலா வந்து P1 is equal to P01 into P01 into Chi1. Hence, by using Dalton's law of partial pressure, we arrive at the equation P total is equal to P1 naught into Chi1 plus P2 naught into Chi2. P1 naught into Chi1 plus P2 naught into Chi2. Rolls law வந்து என்னன்னா P1 is equal to P1 naught into Chi1. Hence, by using Dalton's law of partial pressure, we arrive at equation P total is equal to P1 naught into Chi1 plus P2 naught into Chi2. P1 naught is equal to P1 naught into Chi1. Hence, by using Dalton's law of partial pressure, we arrive at equation P total is equal to P1 naught into Chi1 plus P2 naught into Chi2. 23. Henry's law is a special case of Rolle's law. False. 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 The two important properties of ideal solution are delta H mix is equal to 0, delta V mix equal to 0. Delta H mix equal to 0, delta V mix equal to 0. Delta H mix equal to 0, delta V mix equal to 0. Example of ideal solution are N-hexane and N-heptane, bromoethane and chloroethane, benzene and toluene. N-hexane and N-heptane and bromoethane and chloroethane, benzene and toluene. N-hexane and N-heptane, bromoethane and chloroethane, benzene and toluene. Vapor pressure of non-ideal solution can be higher than predicted. True. 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 The solutions which show negative deviation have stronger solid-solid and solid-solvent interaction than solid-solvent interaction. False. 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 Ethanol and acetone mixture show positive or negative deviation. Positive. 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 NCERT example of positive deviation are ethanol acetone, CS2 acetone, ethanol acetone, CS2 acetone, ethanol acetone, CS2 acetone. NCERT example of negative deviation are phenol aniline, CHCl3, அதாவது chloroform acetone, அது வந்து CHCl3. Phenylalanine, CHCl3 acetone, phenylalanine and CHCl3 acetone, phenylalanine and CHCl3 acetone. Phenylalanine and CHCl3 acetone show negative deviation because they form hydrogen bonds with each other. They form hydrogen bonds with each other. They form hydrogen bonds with each other. What are azeotropes? Binary mixtures having the same composition in liquid and vapor phase and boil at a constant temperature. Binary mixtures having the same composition in liquid and vapor phase and boil at a constant temperature. Binary mixtures having the same composition in liquid and vapor phase and boil at a constant temperature. Solutions which show large negative deviation from Rolle's law form maximum boiling azeotrope or minimum boiling azeotrope. Maximum boiling azeotrope. Maximum boiling azeotrope. Maximum boiling azeotrope. Azeotrope of HNO3 water as dash percentage HNO3 and dash percentage water with a boiling point of dash Kelvin. 68% HNO3, 32% water and 393.5 Kelvin. 68% HNO3, 32% water, 393.5 Kelvin. 68% HNO3, 32% water and 393.5 Kelvin. What are colligative properties? Properties which depend on the number of solid particles irrespective of their nature. Properties which depend on the number of solid particles irrespective of their nature. Properties which depend on the number of solid particles irrespective of their nature. Freezing point and boiling point are colligative properties. False. Depression in freezing and elevation in boiling point are colligative properties. That is, the change delta Tb or delta TF. இது ஏன்னு இருக்கிறது வந்து delta TB or delta TF is colligative property, not temperature TB or TF itself. Same is true for vapor pressure. False. Depression in freezing and elevation in boiling point are colligative properties, that is the change delta TB or delta TF is colligative property, not the temperature TB or TF itself. Same is true for vapor pressure. False. Depression in freezing and elevation in boiling point are colligative properties, that is the change delta TB or delta TF is colligative property, not the temperature TB or TF itself. Same is true for vapor pressure. Equation of relative lowering of vapor pressure. Delta P1 divided by P1 is equal to I N2 by N1. Delta P1 divided by P1 is equal to I N2 by N1. Delta P1 by P1 is equal to I N2 by N1. Delta P1 delta P1 divided by P1 is equal to I N2 by N1. Delta P1 by P1 is equal to I N2 by N1. Delta P1 by P1 is equal to I N2 by N1. Equation of elevation of boiling point. Delta TB equal to I kbm. Delta TB equal to I kbm. Delta TB equal to I kbm. Equation of depression of freezing point. Delta TF is equal to I kfm. Delta TF is equal to I kfm. Delta TF is equal to I kfm. Equation of osmotic pressure. இது வந்து pi is equal to CRT. pi தான் வந்து osmotic pressure equal to CRT. TI இருக்கிறது வந்து pi தான் osmotic pressure, அதனால் Pன்னு டினோட் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. is equal to CRT. pi equal to CRT. pi equal to CRT. pi equal to CRT. Cryoscopic constant is KF. Biblioscopic constant is KB. Biblioscopic constant வந்து KL கிடையாது, KB. Unit of KF is Kelvin kilogram per mole. KF in terms of molarity, TF delta H fusion is R into molar mass of solvent into TF square divided by 1000 into delta H fusion. R into molar mass of solvent into TF square divided by 1000 into delta H fusion. R into molar mass of solvent into TF square divided by 1000 into delta H fusion. R into molar mass of solvent into TF square divided by 1000 into delta H fusion. R into molar mass of solvent into TF square divided by 1000 into delta H fusion. KB in terms of molarity, TF delta H vaporization. R into molar mass of solvent into TB square divided by 1000 into delta H vaporization. R into molar mass of solvent into TB square divided by 1000 into delta H vaporization. R into molar mass of solvent into TB square 1000 divided by 1000 into delta H vaporization. Process of flow of the solvent is called osmosis. Technique of osmotic pressure for determination of molar mass is particularly useful for molecules like biomolecules, proteins, polymers, etc. Membranes used in reverse osmosis are made up of cellulose acetate. Vanta factor I is equal to abnormal mass divided by normal mass. False. Pure water can be obtained from seawater by reverse osmosis. If the molarity of the dilute solution is doubled, the value of KF becomes half. False. it remains unchanged. False, it remains unchanged. False, it remains unchanged. P Pi is equal to chi I Pi naught, where chi I is equal to mole fraction of ith gas in gaseous mixture. Pi naught is equal to pressure of ith gas in pure state. P is equal to partial pressure of ith gas. False, chi I should be mole fraction of ith gas in liquid mixture, not gaseous mixture. False, chi I should be mole fraction of ith gas in liquid mixture, not gaseous mixture. False, chi I should be mole fraction of ith gas in liquid mixture, not gaseous mixture. இந்த கொஷனில் Pi is equal to Pi equal to chi I Pi naught. இதுதான் கொஷின். இப்படி இருக்கிற ஒரு இதில் வந்து chi I is equal to mole fraction of ith gas in gaseous mixture. Pi naught is equal to pressure of ith gas in pure state. P is equal to partial pressure of ith gas. இந்த chi ஐன்றது மோல் ஃப்ராக்ஷன் ஆஃப் ith gas in liquid mixture ஒன்றும் gaseous mixture கிடையாது. இதுதான் இந்த கொஷின் ஆன்சர். Helium is used to dilute oxygen in driving apparatus, so that what is the concentration of gases in the tanks? 11.7% helium, 56.2% nitrogen, 32.1% oxygen. 11.7% helium, 56.2% nitrogen, 32.1% oxygen. 11.7% helium, 56.2% nitrogen, 32.1% oxygen.